Miss Hill.
Okay, so tell us about yourself. What made you want to become a teacher and a coach at the exact same timeline?
It it was more of when I was hired on. That's something that majority of schools will ask you in the interview process. They'll say, "Are you interested in coaching anything? Do you have any background knowledge in any of the sports we offer?" And because I ran track and played track and field in college and high school, they kind of were like, "Okay, well, do you want to come on for coaching at the middle school level?" So I said yes, and it just kind of happened.
Yes.
What made you want to become an ELA teacher?
So when I was in high school, I originally wanted to be a Spanish teacher. That was kind of what I wanted to do with my life. And I changed my mind and decided I wanted to do journalism and broadcast. So I went into that I did it all throughout college and did it for 2 years post-college. I really enjoyed my job training people that I currently have, but I hated my job. And my husband suggested I go back to school and become a teacher. And I decided to go down the ELA route because I already had a bunch of undergrad in journalism. So I was able to bypass a lot of English classes to get my master's. So it just kind of worked out perfectly, and I got my teaching cert and became a teacher.
Well, you're a really good English teacher.
Yeah.
What influenced you to become a head coach of cross country and track?
Like I said, I joined on assistant coach wise, and I did that for about a year. And both of the head coaches for track and cross country, it was two different people at the time. They both decided that they wanted to step back and that they were kind of their time coaching had came to an end. And I decided to just kind of step up to it, and I wanted to make one running program. I really wanted to take cross country and track and have a single coach across the running discipline to maybe bring the teams together to have more of a cohesive program instead of just a cross country team, just a track team. So that kind of made me want to take that next step into head coaching.
What is your routine to get the team mentally prepared for a meet?
So being mentally prepared, especially to run, is really hard, especially at the middle school level because we are so young in middle school, especially in our running. We're very young. So becoming mentally prepared is something that not only myself and our assistant coaches try to take part in, but it's really like hyping up our kids and getting them excited, but also kind of reminding them that it's just middle school. It's not life or death. It's not your college career. It is just middle school athletics. And so it's more about enjoying yourself. And if we win, that's awesome. If we place, that's great. But it's more about learning about yourself and your athleticism and what you can do on the trail or on the track. So just reminding them at the end of the day, like, it's okay if it's not the best race you've ever ran. It's not the end of the world. But also, like, hyping them up is really important. So we usually stand on the line and get our athletes really excited and try to like take the nervousness away and explain to them that it's really just another day.
What is your biggest accomplishment this season so far?
I would say it hasn't happened yet because I'm speaking it into existence. I think we are going to win the SoCon championship. And I know that's a lot of pressure talking to both of you. But I think that's going to be our accomplishment. If not placing, I know we're going to place. I think we can win, and I think that's going to be our biggest accomplishment of the season. Aside from that, I think placing at Jesse Owens was a huge deal. Like, I think that a lot of people don't realize how big that race really is and how
What did we place as?
5th overall
That's
out of
amazing.
35 teams.
That's
35 teams that have way more runners than we do.
That's
So,
amazing.
yeah, when I tell you I was genuinely watching Express as people were finishing and I could see our 5th place not moving. And I was like, what? This is insane. So to have thousands of runners come to that meet and our school be able to like be in top tier and not one Shelby County school beat us was amazing. Like, that was a great
amazing.
feeling.
Yeah.
We've never placed in that race before. So we've had people win the race individually and place in the race individually, but we've never had our full team, which is such a crazy accomplishment for us. So
It's amazing.
Is it hard being a coach and a teacher at the same time?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes I have to mentally separate the two. I can't let my day of teaching interfere with my day of coaching. And vice versa. I can't let like a bad meet pull me down in the classroom. Preparing wise, it's really not hard. I think because of the brain that I have, it's really easy for me to compartmentalize and like prep everything I need for cross or track and then go teach, and vice versa, prep everything I need for teaching and then go coach. So I wouldn't say it's impossible. It's difficult, but it also takes being like very disciplined with your organization. And I feel like that's my only strength, really. So I'm good at that, but yeah.
Yeah. What did you major in to become an ELA teacher?
So my major was, I technically have a major in education, or I have a master's of education. So my main focus was my education classes with my focus in English. So I have an English master's along with an education master's. And it was kind of weird because I did an alternative program. I didn't do your run-of-the-mill education program. So we kind of had different ways that you get your certification. If I was undergrad, I would have majored in English and then done the education route.
Who influenced you to become the person you are today?
So that's a real heavy question. I really think my mom was my biggest influence to kind of be the person and the mother and the adult I am. She did a lot of her life on her own. She was kind of on her own at 16, went off, did college for a little while, had me, raised me majority on her own. My dad was there in and out, and then my sister's dad was in and out. But she did a lot of stuff on her own. She was a very strong woman, and she just kind of inspired me to always like be strong, to kind of mentally take those moments where you're kind of struggling and be like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. I can get through it. It's gonna be okay. So yeah, I feel like she's my, what is it, my goals? Is that what you guys say?
Yeah.
She's my goals, woman goals, because she's an amazing person and a great mom, and I strive to be like her every day.
What day in your life would you want to relive?
That's a really hard question. I've had so many awesome days, honestly. I've had such a blessed life, but I think it would be really fun to relive my first date with my husband. I know that's like kind of mushy, but he told me on our first date we were going to get married, and I laughed at him. I was like, red flag. I don't think we're going to get married. But I would relive that day over and over again because just the passion that he has as a person is amazing, and I wish I could actually go back and like believe him in that moment and be like, yeah, we are. So that'd be really fun.
What was your dream job as a kid?
So I went back and forth. Like I said, I really wanted to be a Spanish teacher, but I also wanted to be an ESPN announcer. I wanted to be the new Erin Andrews. That was my goal. When I was younger, I saw all these beautiful women on NFL and was obsessed with football and baseball and was like, I am going to do this with my life, which obviously I'm not, and that's okay. But yeah, that was a weird obsession I had when I was younger.
What are some things that make you happy?
Things that make me happy, coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker. Working out makes me happy because working out releases endorphins, and endorphins make people happy. And I don't know, my husband, my family, obviously they all make me happy. Truly just day in, day out, just the small things in life that you can kind of look at as a win, like my kid eating all her dinner. That makes me happy. Things like that.
What are you most proud of in your life?
I would say I'm most proud of where I'm at today. Just like with mentally, my mental health, and with my family, and my relationship with the Lord. I'm really proud of where I'm at because I did not think I would be here. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't think that I would have trusted myself enough to kind of be where I'm at in life. So I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of how hard I've worked to get where I'm at, and how hard my husband and I have worked to get where we're at as a family and as as a marriage, because life's hard and it doesn't get easier, but you get better at working through things. So I think I'm proud of that.
If you could have any superpower in the entire world, what would it be?
I think I would want to fly. I don't know. I think that'd be really cool. I always go between invisibility and flying because I think it'd be cool to be a fly on the wall and be like invisible places sometimes. But I think flying would be a lot of fun because
Yeah.
I feel like I would be able to like get places quicker.
Yeah.
So, like, what is telekinesis? Isn't that like a superpower?
Yeah,
am I just like,
That's when you can like read people's mind, I think.
oh, I
Or-
thought it was like teleporting.
Yeah.
Teleporting, I think, is just like, and you like go somewhere. So like you're here, and then you just like disappear, and you show up somewhere else. Or telekinesis is when you can pick things up with your brain.
Yeah.
It's one of the two. You can either read people's brain, or you can like move things with your brain.
Okay.
Well, thank you for letting us interview you.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me. Appreciate it.